Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial video. So in today's Minecraft tutorial video I will explain to you and show you how you can make this smart and compact sorting system you can see right here. And I will also show you some tricks how you can make it even smarter and also a lot better and nicer to have around in your base or wherever you want this, of course. And we'll also show you how you in the end can actually end up with a sorting system like this. So this is a full on storage system, of course, and how you can even expand this as long as you want. And this is a really nice sorting system. The special thing about all of these things right here is that this is a pretty smart one. So you can see in this chest right here, there's 26 stacks of quartz pillars. And yeah, what this sorting system does is as soon as there's another stack in here at this spot, the sorting system starts moving the stacks around into a shulker box loader. And here you can see the shulker boxes. And yeah, that shulker box gets loaded full. Until it's full, and then it gets broken and put it into this chest. As you can see here, here's a full shulker box with these quartz, and yeah, then it also gets reset. So only one shulker box full goes down, and the new items that comes in or you put in here will stay in here. So that's of course really nice if you want a storage system where you can just put everything into a chest and then it gets all sorted out. And yeah, you might not have really that much diamonds, so these will just get stored in here and not go into a shulker box because it's not worth a full shulker box. But yeah, then you can still access the diamonds. And if you want it in the same sorting system, you can also store a lot of iron, and if you have a big iron farm, of course you can store a lot more away. And yeah, in that case it's nicer to have some shulker boxes for that, and that's where this is really handy just to have. Alright, so before I start with the actual tutorial of how you can make one of these things on your own in your own survival world, I will quickly say some things. The first thing is that this design you can see here, and actually this whole machine here also, is designed by my brother and me together. So yeah, we designed this together. He helped me out a lot with this, and therefore I wanted to of course give him a shout out for that. And yeah, you can find some links in the description to some of his stuff. Yes, definitely check that out if you have some time for that. And the second thing is that there will of course be a world download in the description as well, where you can download this world for your own. And yeah, I definitely recommend to do that if you're planning to make this thing right here, because I will do a full tutorial on this, and also probably a lot nicer to have a close look and everything that's going on here. And yeah, I will do a block for block tutorial on this module right here. So if you only want to know how you can build this on your own, you can just use this video. But yeah, if you want to see some more for your own, you can just use the build download in the description. So I will now first start with showing you how you can build this simple system right here, and then later on when that's finished, I will also show you how you can add up some details and things that make it nicer for you as the player, and also more automatic. So basically there are a couple things that you can add onto this system that would make it actual smarter, as you can say. And yeah, that is of course really nice. This is the most smallest version that there is of it, but yeah, it's also the least automatic one. And the reason I will show you this block for block is because this system right here will be used in every other one. So even that full on automatic one, you still need this system right here. So this is the most important part. And yeah, that's why I give a block for block tutorial about only that thing. Now we will first go over what you exactly need to make that sorting system. So you need a 2x6 area like this here, and then you need all of these items, so you can pause the video to take a closer look at them. But I will also say that these violate concrete, you can use any solid block if you want for that, and the slab also can replace with any other slab. And then this we'll get back to this later, why you need this. But yeah, and of course you will need more than one shulker box, but yeah, this represents as many shulker boxes as you want. So you first want to have a chest like this, and then a hopper running into that with a slab on top of it like this. And then next to the slab you will need a block like this with a comparator running on top of it, running in this way into another block. And then right next to that block you will need another 2 blocks with one redstone torch on top of it, and the other one getting redstone power from the redstone torch running into this comparator right here, and also a redstone dot right there. So yeah, that's the first thing you need to do. And then the other thing, the second thing, you want to get a dispenser like this, and then I would suggest having a hopper like this running into it with another couple of chests for that on top of it. And that's basically to store all the shulker boxes. So as you can see, there are shulker boxes inside of this dispenser and also inside of these chests. And yeah, that basically means that you are safe for a little while with the shulker boxes and don't keep refilling the shulker boxes as fast. And yeah, that's of course really nice to have. And then you want to have a piston right here like this, and then 2 blocks above that and 1 block to the left another block right here with a redstone torch, and that will power the piston, as you can see. Then you want to have a hopper like this running into the expanded piston and going upwards, and also this there needs to be a block right there like this, and then 1 hopper right here. And on top of that you can put 2 chests, 1 large chest, and yeah, that's where the normal items end up, and all the items that will go in shulker boxes end up down here, of course. And yeah, then you can run a comparator out from that chest into another block right here, and then you need this system right here. So you have a comparator right here, giving power to this redstone dot and powering this comparator. And then you need a furnace like this one with enough items in it to power this redstone dust up to level 8, meaning that as soon as there's 27 stacks of anything inside of this chest, this comparator will power, but not under that. And yeah, that's of course really handy for the thing that we're doing right here. And this comparator needs to run into a piston that's has a redstone block underneath it, and then underneath that a glass block. And then you need to have a piston right here next to the dust here, and then a final block here, and on top of that this redstone repeater. So then you have the actual full system done. Oh, I forgot the observers. These are pretty hard needed, so yeah, don't need you need them, but yeah, then you have the whole system done. And yeah, how it basically works, I already explained this part here. And then of course the piston will fire, meaning that this repeater gets powered, and this redstone torch right here gets depowered. That will first of all of course means that this piston doesn't extend anymore, and also that the hopper will accept the items to let it go through. And then also the observers detect that and will power the dispenser right here through the chest. So if you don't have a chest right here, you probably need a solid block right here or another observer facing into the dispenser. But yeah, that basically means that a new shulker box gets dispensed, and then as soon as it is filled up, it will power this piston again, and then it of course all depowers. And so the piston will fire and the shulker box will end up in the chest. Yeah, it's a really nice and compact system. It isn't too hard to build once you know how you can build it. And also they are stackable next to each other, so you can have another chest right here, and then another comparator right here. So as you can see, you can use one furnace for two of these modules, and also one redstone torch down below here for two of these modules. So yeah, that of course makes them real nice together. We couldn't get it one wide. Yeah, we couldn't figure out anything for that, unfortunately. But yeah, we're pretty happy with how it is right now, because this is already pretty close together, and it's of course really nice. So yeah, that's how you can build one of these modules without any extra things to make it a little bit nicer. Alright, so I will now go over the things you can add on the system to make it a little bit better and yeah, just nicer for the player. So first thing you can see right here is as soon as you have a shulker box like this one full with the items in the chest, you can see a light goes on, meaning that when you are walking up here, so looking through your chest, and yeah, you want to know if there are already some shulker boxes loaded, you can see a light, and that means that there's at least one shulker box already loaded. So yeah, that's of course something I really recommend to get, because this is pretty handy to have. And yeah, the only thing you need to do is, instead of the hopper going straight into the chest, you need to make it either like this, so it goes into another hopper and then down, or you can actually make use that there's now one block more height and add another chest like this. So the here you have the slab, and then you have the hopper right here running into this hopper, and that hopper then runs into this hopper, and that will first go down. So as soon as you put a item in this, it will end up in the chest below. So yeah, just have it like this, and that really helps a lot, of course, because one full chest means around 90 to 100,000 more items you can store. So if you use this light indicator, yeah, definitely suggest just adding another chest. It isn't that much work for that, and yeah, it's really simple. And if you do that, you can also do the exact same but go even higher. So yeah, that of course does mean that you will make it less compact, but it does mean that you have a lot more storage system. And yeah, if you are planning to store a lot of items, this will come in handy. And then the next thing is a ice road. You can have a chest right here with your items, and then if you put the items in this chest, or have a water stream going into the chest, and then have just a couple chests here where you can put in the items, and that can then go up here and will get sorted right here. So as you can see, this is an item sorting system. This isn't designed by me or anything. The link to this one will be in the description. So yeah, it's really handy to have this. And this only adjustment that we made is that we put it in 11 of every sorting items, meaning that as soon as there's more than only one, it will instantly go down. So that way you won't waste that many items. So of course, if you are playing in 1.16, you might have some netherite, and yeah, you don't want to waste any of that. So with this 11 like this, you will only need to have one filter item. That's the least. So yeah, that's of course really nice. If you want to have this, probably already should check out the will download. This is a little bit more complicated. And then we have this system right here. So here you have the shulker loader. As soon as this lamp is not burning, that means that you need to refill the shulker boxes. So right now it's not on, but as soon as I put in another shulker box, you can see it now goes on, and yeah, it then means that it works. So you have a minecart running over all the hoppers right here, running into the chest with the shulker boxes, as you can see. And here you have a yeah, here you have a system that reads as soon as the minecart is full, with 27 shulker boxes, it can go. So this system right here is 27 of these modules next to each other, and that's the maximum you can have next to each other. Then you need a couple blocks in between it. There's not much we can do about that, because of course the maximum amount of shulker boxes you can have in a minecart is 27. But yeah, this system right here makes it real easy for you to load the shulker boxes into your system. So yeah, then you can add a system like this, and what we do here is, as soon as the shulker box or the minecart is full, he gets sent off by this piston that will stop it, but then retracts because it doesn't get powered anymore, as you can see right here with this system here. And yeah, then we also read as soon as there's more than one shulker box, or at least one in this hopper right here. That means that it can go into the minecart, and yeah, then it means that there is enough of the shulker boxes. So then the lamp goes on. Alright, so now for the last part of this tutorial video, I will go over this whole machine right here. So yeah, this machine right here is basically everything added together, and also some nice extra features. So yeah, if you have a big base and want to store a lot of items, I would definitely suggest using this one. Yeah, this is we basically made this for you so you don't have to add anything on it yourself. And what we do here is, even if you have some shulker boxes with just random stuff in it, you can still put it into the system right here. So you have these chests right here, and you can see I put this shulker box in it, and as soon as I would flick this lever, the shulker box will get go away and get sorted. So first it gets all unloaded in these shulker box loader unloader right here. Video link to that will be in the description for the original one. And yeah, then all the normal items get sorted out, so those will go into the system. And all the unstackable items, so mostly the shulker box, but also maybe a sword or anything, will go into the chest where you put the shulker boxes in to load the system. So you can see this is the lamp, and this is the shulker box where the chest where the shulker boxes go in. And so if you put the shulker box in this system right here, it will eventually end up in this chest. But I will say something. You do have to mind that you can't put any unstackable items in this system right here. That can definitely break it. And also, if you have, if you're not certain if you have some unstackable items inside of the shulker box, it's okay to put it in, but then you would have to check in this chest, because all these unstackable items will also end up in this chest right here. So that's why we added this lever. If this lamp is on, that means that all the shulker boxes inside of this will go into the system. And also the other shulker boxes that are getting stored right here won't go into this chest. So if this chest is full with shulker boxes, you can see that. And then you can flick that lever, and then all these shulker boxes will go into the system. And then you can flick off the lever again, and then all the new shulker boxes will go in, and then you can check if there's any unstackable items in between those. So yeah, that's just a safe system. And then this last system right here, I already told you, if you flick this lever, the sorting system will start. So all the items will get, these chests right here will get empty out. But as you can see, there's also a lever right here, and this is for extra safety. So you basically have this system right here, but sometimes when there's a lot of items coming in, it might not get picked up by the system in time, and that basically means that it will go all around and get sent back. And also, if it can't even get sorted, it will also come back here. So this system right here is these three chests is the area where all these items come back. And if you flick this lever, they will instantly go back into the sorting system. So for example, if you put in like 20 shulker boxes full with random stuff, and then you will probably want to flick both of the levers, and then you can go AFK for like an hour and then come back and then flick this lever again, and then see if any of the items in here aren't actually getting stored because there's no storage space for them anymore. And then you can of course get those out of the chest again, or make a storage space for them. And you can see right here, I have actually already put some items in these item frames. And yeah, you can either when you're making it, put a item into this hopper right here with the sorting items, or if you want to, you can have these items right here. You can see I've got them in this order as the exact same as the item frames, and also all the levers on top here are not powering the hoppers anymore, meaning that when items come in, they can actually get picked up, but any other items will go over the hoppers, so these hoppers won't accept any new items coming in. So that's really nice system. I would definitely suggest you to build that into it too. But yeah, you can see if I would now place these items in the same way they are sorted right here, and you can see I haven't actually selected them yet, so all these hoppers are empty, and then flick this lever. We should see that there's a diamond in this chest, a diamond block in this chest, and then for every one single item in the chest. So yeah, you can see all the items now coming in, and you should also see, if you get a close look, that they get in the exact same place. So yeah, now we can check one diamond in the diamond chest, and then diamond block in the diamond block chest, emerald, and yeah, for everything it's the same. So yeah, it worked. So you can also do that if you want to, but you can also just place the item in it before you put any items in it. So it doesn't really matter, it's more of your own choice. So, but yeah, I would suggest not to just put random items inside of it and have all these levers not locked, because then you can get that multiple storage system will get selected for one item, and yeah, I don't think most of the people actually want that. If you do want that, it is a possibility, but yeah, if you don't want that, just have these locked for the time being. But yeah, that's actually how the whole system works. I will say there's also a non-stackable item sorting system or filter right here, and link to that will also be in the description. But yeah, for the rest, we build mostly of it ourselves, design it ourselves, and yeah, it works really nice. We have done a lot of testing with it, and yeah, I'm actually planning to make this on my own in the Secret Survival world. So yeah, that's it for this tutorial for this sorting system / storage system. Yeah, I hope it was useful for you. As I said before, definitely check out the world download if you want to look into more of the details in this system right here. But yeah, if it was actually useful for you and you actually decide to use it, of course make sure to leave a like, subscribing. And also, as I said before, big shout out to my brother who helped me a lot with this. As I said before, you should definitely check out the links in the description to some of his stuff. And also, I'm planning to tweet out some more things in the future. So yeah, link to my Twitter will be in the description. Maybe check that out if you're interested in that sort of stuff. But for now, thank you all for watching, and goodbye!